You've been dancing to their tune for far too long, haven't you? Giving them the satisfaction of predictability, of knowing exactly what move you'll make next. They've scripted your role, directed your every step, confident you'd never deviate from the path they set for you. They thought they understood, you didn't. They believed they could control the narrative, as if you were nothing more than a pawn on their board. Every action you took was measured. Every word you spoke was analyzed. Every silence you held was dissected until you became a shadow of the person you truly are. But there was always something inside of you, something they couldn't account for, something they couldn't predict, something deeper than their shallow expectations of who you were. This was always meant to be your story, your destiny, and you were never meant to be a bystander in someone else's script. Now the time has come to rewrite it, to shatter their illusion, and show them that you are not their creation. You are not the reflection of their desires. You are the architect of your own fate. You delivered a plot twist. They'll remember forever. You broke free from the chains of their expectations and changed the game in ways they never saw coming. The truth is, they never understood the power you held within you. They thought you were just a part of their predictable world, but you were a storm, building up, a force that couldn't be contained, hidden beneath the surface. You were carefully calculating your moment of freedom, letting them believe that they had everything figured out about you, so they could never anticipate the eruption of your potential. When it came time to strike, they were caught off guard, their control slipping through their fingers like sand. You stepped out of the shadows and into the light, revealing your true self, unleashing the strength that had been building inside of you all along. Their arrogance blinded them to the truth. They believed they were the ones pulling the strings, but they never realized you were the one waiting for the moment to take them by surprise. And you did with a brilliance they never saw coming. Now let them look at you and tremble, because you delivered something more than just a change. You delivered a revolution in their minds, a challenge to their reality, a destruction of their comfort zone. They thought they knew who you were, but now they're forced to confront the fact that they were wrong about everything they thought was certain about you. Their plans shattered, their expectations ruined, their confidence broken by the force of your will. They are left reeling, scrambling to put the pieces back together while you stand firm, unshaken, knowing that the game has changed forever. And this time, it's on your terms. You didn't just break free, you broke the system. You didn't just defy their expectations, you redefined the rules. You didn't just surprise them, you made them question everything they thought they knew about you and themselves. You taught them a lesson in humility, a lesson in the danger of underestimating the quiet ones, the ones who are biding their time, the ones who wait for the right moment to strike. And when that moment comes, it's not just a shock, it's a revolution. One that shakes the foundations of everything they thought was stable. You made them realize that they were never the ones in control. You always were, from the very beginning. They were living in a false reality, one that they constructed from their own misconceptions and assumptions. But you knew better. You knew that there was more to you than they could ever comprehend. And now they are forced to face the truth. The truth that they never knew. You were capable of this kind of power, of this kind of brilliance, of this kind of transformation. They will never forget the moment you made your move, the moment you shattered their illusion and left them speechless. Because you delivered a plot twist they'll remember forever. This is not just your victory, it's a victory for anyone who has ever been underestimated, for anyone who has ever been told that they are too quiet, too weak, too small to make an impact. It's a victory for the ones who have been silenced by the world, for the ones who have been kept in the shadows, because they were never seen as a threat. It's a victory for all of those who have ever been forced to play a role, that was never truly theirs. To begin with, you delivered the ultimate redemption, not just for yourself, but for all of those who have been overlooked, all of those who have been ignored, all of those who have been told they didn't matter, because they didn't fit into someone else's perfect little box. And now that you've shown them what you are truly capable of, they will never again make the mistake of thinking they can control you. They will never again believe they can predict your every move, your every step, your every breath, because you have proven that you are unpredictable, that you are a force to be reckoned with, and that no one, no matter how powerful or influential, is immune to the force of your will. You have stepped into your power and shown the world that you are no one's pawn. You are the king or queen of your own destiny. And now, they must live with the knowledge that they will never be able to anticipate what you do next. Never again will they be able to call the shots or manipulate your actions, because you've taken control of your own story. It's time to look back and laugh at how they tried to predict you, how they tried to mold you into something you were never meant to be. It's time to laugh at how they thought they could keep you in a box that you were never meant to fit into. You were never meant to be anyone's puppet. And now, you've shown them that not only were you capable of escaping their grip, but you were capable of something far greater. Something they couldn't even fathom, the power to change the game, to reshape the narrative, to completely rewrite the rules and leave them scrambling to catch up with you while you move forward, without hesitation, without fear, without doubt. Your plot twist wasn't just an act of rebellion, it was an act of creation. It wasn't just a surprise, it was a revelation. It wasn't just a shift in the story, it was a complete transformation of the way they see you and the way they see themselves. You've shown them that their understanding of you was built on lies, on assumptions, on a false sense of control. And now that they've seen your true potential, they will never be able to look at you the same way again. They will always wonder what you'll do next. Always be on edge, wondering if you'll deliver yet another plot twist that will turn their world upside down once again. They've been living in a world of comfort, a world where they believed they had all the answers, where they thought they knew everything there was to know about you and about the world. But now they know better, because you've shaken their foundations. You've turned their reality into dust and left them grasping at straws. They will never be able to predict you again, because you've shown them that your true power lies in your unpredictability, in your ability to break free from their constraints and create your own path. You've shown them that you are not bound by the limitations they tried to place on you. You are not defined by their expectations. You are limitless. And now they have no choice but to live with the knowledge that they were never truly in control of you. So as you stand here today, looking at the wreckage of their illusions, remember this: you delivered a plot twist they'll remember forever, because you didn't just surprise them, you changed the course of the entire story. You didn't just break free, you set a new standard for what it means to be truly free. You didn't just make a move, you shifted the balance of power forever. And now you are the one writing the story. Now you are the one in control. Now you are the one who decides what happens next. Let them remember this moment. Let them remember the day you broke free. Let them remember the day they realized they had underestimated you. Because now, the world is yours for the taking, and nothing can stop you from making your next move. Even more unpredictable than the last, because you are no longer bound by their expectations, no longer confined to their script. You are the author of your own destiny, and your plot twist is just the beginning of something even greater, something they will never see coming. The world you once knew, the life they tried to impose upon you, is no longer yours. The very fabric of their assumptions about who you are has been torn to pieces. They thought they understood you, categorized you, boxed you in, labeled you, but you've shown them that no label will ever define you. You've revealed to them that you are not bound by their narrow definitions of success, strength, or potential. They tried to predict your next move, believing they had you figured out, but what they failed to see, what they could never have foreseen, was the depth of your resistance, your rebellion, not just against their control, but against the very idea that anyone could impose their will on your destiny. You are not a mere character in their plot. You are the author of your own story. And now that you've shown them what you're capable of, they will never view you through the same lens again. The impact of what you've done ripples outward. It's more than just a single action, more than just a bold gesture. It's a declaration of independence. It's a wake-up call to all who thought they could control you, all who thought they could dictate your place in the world. You've ripped through the illusion of their certainty, the walls they built around their assumptions about you. And in doing so, you've made them realize that they are no longer the masters of the story they once thought they wrote. This is your world now, and they are mere spectators to the incredible power that lies within you. They will try to make sense of it, try to piece together how you were able to escape their grip, but the answer is simple. You were never theirs to control. You have created a moment of uncertainty for them, a space where their influence is no longer absolute. You have disrupted their sense of order, and in doing so, you have made them question everything they thought they knew about power, control, and fate. They thought they were the ones pulling the strings, but you have shown them that true power lies in the ability to break free from the script they wrote for you, to forge your own path and step into the unknown with courage and purpose. And that is the moment they will never forget. Because what they didn't know, what they could never have understood, is that all along you were quietly building your power. You were watching, learning, observing their every move. You were taking stock of their weaknesses, of the cracks in their control. They were so consumed by their own belief in their dominance, so convinced that they had you cornered, that they couldn't see the inevitable change that was coming. And when it did come, it wasn't just a moment of defiance, it was a revelation. You weren't just playing the game. They were the ones caught in your web, trapped by the very predictability they assumed they could control. You didn't just move, you shifted everything. And in doing so, you revealed to them that the real power was always yours. They only thought they were in charge. But now, the world is wide open. Now, the game has changed. The narrative you once played, a passive role in, has become yours to shape. What they couldn't see, and what they may never come to fully understand, is the depth of your transformation. You didn't just break free, you evolved. You didn't just rebel, you reinvented yourself in ways that defy their comprehension. What they thought was a minor plot twist is actually a complete shift in the paradigm. This is no longer their story. It's yours, and with it, you have the power to create a future that is beyond their reach, beyond their wildest imaginations. And this transformation, this power, comes from the quiet strength you've cultivated over time. It comes from the resilience they never saw in you, the endurance that kept you moving forward, even when they believed you were broken, trapped, or defeated. They never realized that each time they tried to break you, they only made you stronger. Every slight, every whisper of doubt, every attempt to push you back into the shadows only fueled your fire. They thought they could weaken you, but instead, they were building the foundation for your rise. They were creating the conditions for your freedom, and they couldn't see it because they were too busy trying to control you. But in your silence, in your patience, you were preparing yourself for this moment, the moment when everything would shift and you would take control. And now that you have, the world will never be the same. They will never see you the same way again. The power you now possess is not just the power to defy them, It is the power to create, to build, to shape your destiny in ways they could never have predicted. What once seemed impossible to them now lies within your grasp. Your potential is limitless, your future unwritten. The path forward is yours to determine, and they will be forced to watch as you build a future on your terms, not theirs. Every move you make will be unpredictable. Every step you take a challenge to their assumptions. They will wonder how you did it, how you became the force they never expected, the person they could never control. They thought they knew you, they thought they had you figured out. But what they never realized is that you were always something more. You were always capable of more. They saw a puppet. You saw yourself as the master of your own fate. They thought they could use you as a stepping stone for their own ambitions. You realized you were never meant to be a stepping stone. You were meant to be the one who built the empire, the one who commanded the future. They tried to box you in, but you broke out of their cage, and in doing so, you revealed the true scope of your power. Now they are left to wonder, what comes next? What will you do next? How much more are you capable of? And the answer is this: you are capable of anything. The doors that were once closed to you are now wide open, and nothing will stand in your way. But let them tremble, let them wonder, let them doubt, because as they watch you rise, they will understand something they never anticipated. The plot twist was never just about escaping their control. It was about something much larger, much more profound. It was about showing the world, showing them that you are not just a player in their game. You are the creator of your own universe. You are not someone who simply reacts to circumstances. You are the one who shapes them. And now, as they look upon the chaos you've caused, the revolution you've sparked, they will understand that this was never about rebellion. This was about revelation. This was about showing them the power of a person who understands their own worth, their own strength, and their own ability to create a future that is beyond anyone else's control. This is only the beginning. They thought they saw your limits. They thought they saw where your journey ended. But you've shown them that there are no limits for you, no boundaries that will contain your potential. The world is vast, and you are ready to conquer it. You are ready to shape it, to bend it to your will, to create a future that bears your signature. They will never see it coming. They will never predict your next move, because now you are the one holding the pen. You are the one writing the story, and with every word, every chapter, every twist, you will make sure that they never forget who you are. You delivered a plot twist they'll remember forever. But this is only the beginning of the saga. The moment you broke free from their grasp, the moment you shattered their illusion, was not the peak. No, that was merely the spark, the initial crack in their fortress of certainty. What comes next will be the true testament to your strength, your vision, and your ability to rise above everything they ever tried to impose upon you. You've proven that you are not bound by their rules, their expectations, or their limitations. Now, the question is, what will you do with that freedom? What will you create with the immense power you've uncovered within yourself? The journey ahead is yours to define. You are no longer at the mercy of their whims. You are no longer a passenger in a story that was never yours to begin with. This is your narrative, and it's time to write it, chapter by chapter, with the precision and intensity of someone who knows exactly what they are capable of. There is a world out there, your world, that waits for you to step into it. A world that has been waiting for someone like you, someone who refuses to be kept down, someone who rises when the odds are stacked against them. They thought they knew who you were, who you would become, but they were wrong. They had no idea. They had no clue about the untapped power, the incredible depths of strength that lay dormant within you. They saw only what they wanted to see. They wrote you into a role, and when you failed to fit into that mold, they tried to bend you, break you, shape you into what they needed. But you have proved that you are not something to be molded, not something to be bent. You are something to be unleashed. You are not just another player on the field. You are the field itself, the force that redefines the game with every step you take. And now, as you stand at the threshold of what's to come, you must realize that this is not the end of your transformation. No, this is where it truly begins. This moment is where you take everything they tried to take from you, everything they thought they could control, and you turn it into something entirely new. You will show the world that your story isn't just a single plot twist. It is a legacy that will reverberate through time. The chapters ahead are yours to craft. You will not just overcome, you will create. You will not simply rise. You will reshape the world around you with every choice, every move, every word that leaves your lips. The old narrative is gone, and in its place, something entirely new and unimaginable will rise. A story of power, of transformation, and of the relentless pursuit of freedom. This is where the true test begins. It's one thing to break free, to escape the confines of their expectations. But what will you do with that newfound freedom? What will you create in a world that is now yours to shape? The choices you make in the coming days, months, and years will define the legacy of this moment. You have the power now, the tools, the wisdom, and the vision. And with that power comes the responsibility to ensure that the story you create is one that reflects your deepest truth, one that is true to who you are and what you stand for. The world will try to pull you back into the mold they once created for you. They will try to make you forget who you truly are, but you can never forget again. You have seen what you are capable of, and now it is time to let the world see it too. The real danger isn't in the external forces that once tried to control you. The real danger lies within yourself, the temptation to settle for mediocrity, the urge to slip back into the comfort of conformity. You must resist it at all costs. You must resist the urge to shrink back into a version of yourself that others find easier to handle. You are not meant to be small. You are not meant to be hidden. You were born to stand tall, to make your mark on this world in ways that no one could have ever predicted. Your potential is vast, and it is time for you to step fully into it. And as you do, there will be those who try to undermine you, those who will attempt to bring you back down to their level. They will be jealous of your freedom, of your strength, of the way you have rewritten your story. But let them watch as you rise, higher and higher, as you move with purpose, with fire, and with an unshakable belief in who you are and what you can accomplish. You are no longer a pawn in someone else's game. You are the master of your own destiny, and nothing will stop you now. They will try to convince you that this freedom is dangerous, that the world is not ready for the full force of your power. But what they fail to realize is that the world has been waiting for you. The world has been waiting for someone brave enough to step outside of the box, to challenge the status quo, and to create something entirely new. The world has been waiting for a voice like yours, bold, unapologetic, and ready to rise above the noise and the chaos. It's time for you to speak up. It's time for you to show the world that you are not afraid of the unknown, that you are not afraid of the challenges that lie ahead. You will face them head on, with the knowledge that you are capable of overcoming anything. But this journey will not be easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments when the weight of the world feels too heavy. There will be times when you question whether it's worth it, whether the struggle is worth the cost. But those moments are the true test of your strength. In those moments, when the world seems like it's pushing you back, you must dig deeper, find that fire within you, and keep going. Because the power you've unlocked is not just the power to overcome adversity, it is the power to transform adversity into something even greater. Every challenge you face, every setback you endure, will only add to the power that resides within you. You are not defined by the circumstances that have tried to hold you back. You are defined by how you rise above them, how you take the broken pieces and turn them into something beautiful. Your story is one of resilience, of strength, and of unyielding determination. And the world will remember it. They will remember the way you rose from the ashes, the way you refused to be held down, the way you stepped into your full power and changed everything. This is only the beginning of your saga, and the pages that follow will be filled with triumph, with creation, and with a legacy that no one can ever erase. You've already proven that you can break free from the chains that once bound you, but now you must prove that you can sustain your freedom. You must prove that you can maintain your power, that you can continue to write your own story, even when the world tries to tell you who you should be. The strength you have shown in this moment is just the beginning. You have the power to create a future that is limitless, to shape your life in ways that no one could ever have imagined. And that power, that ability to shape your own destiny, is something that no one can ever take from you. So as you step forward, remember this: you are the author of your own fate. The world may try to knock you down, but you will always rise. The challenges ahead may seem insurmountable, but you will face them with courage and strength. The journey ahead is not for the faint of heart, but you are no longer a stranger to adversity. You've faced it head on, and you've come out stronger. This is your time, and nothing will stop you from achieving everything you've ever dreamed of. You've delivered a plot twist that will echo for generations. And now, it's time to write the rest of the story. In the end, what you've accomplished is more than just breaking free from their expectations. It's a declaration that you are in control of your own destiny, a testament to the power that lies within you to create, to rise, and to shape your own future. They will never forget the plot twist you delivered, but the story doesn't end there. This is only the beginning, and the path ahead is yours to define. As you move forward, know that you are no longer bound by their narratives. You are the author now, and the world will watch in awe as you continue to rewrite the story of your life with unwavering strength and limitless potential. The saga is just beginning, and you are unstoppable.